In a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss, there wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Anawa'i Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever, and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
Somebody call the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Animal.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man. And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds, Chief Peter Maivia.
Steele had better keep an eye on Maivia because Maivia is a true brawler. Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
Maivia carrying such pride into the ring.
Very stark contrast to Steele. We'll see which prevails tonight.
Steel cage match underway. Peter Maivia versus George the Animal Steele. Most of the matches between Peter Maivia and George Steele have ended inconclusively, but this time we'll have a winner.
These are two very different men, Cole. The High Chief is a man of great pride and respect for the ring, while Steele is, well, he's an animal. I can't think of two opponents with more opposing styles.
You said it, Corey. Let's just hope this one gets taken care of in the ring tonight.
Gradually getting closer and closer to the top.
When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steele often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature. But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty. Ouch. Ooh, right to the throat. Big body drop. What elevation. Textbook side headlock takeover. Tremendous pressure applied.
The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles. Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui. Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
Momentum is all with Maivia now.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief.
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steele. What's it going to take for the animal to get the upper hand here?
Well, he's got to be even more chaotic than ever inside this cage. Nothing about Steele makes sense to someone as traditional as Maivia. There's never any telling what the animal's going to do in a match, and he needs to keep it that way.
George the Animal Steele is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the...
Double leg takedown. Gonna stack that up here.
Shoulders pinned. Turning around here.
I don't know why he just called off the pin attempt.
Hopefully he has a strategy.
Oh my gosh!
Maivia just dominated the animal with that one. George is tied up here. Oh, I might have just broken something. No way Steele's coming back from that.
He's eyeing the top of the cage as he starts his climb. Boom! George the Animal Steele might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost a match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steele's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage. Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will throw at him, even inside a cage.
Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now.
Yeah, Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
He's rolling European uppercut.
Big back body drop. You see the height on that? The animal may be wounded prey at this point. The High Chief closing in on a successful hunt. Boom! Setting up again. Ooh, back first. Is it enough? Is it enough for Peter Maivia? The animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Yeah, Byron, we've seen the animal brandish a weapon against Peter Maivia before when it was against the rules. The High Chief better be prepared for Steele to get even crazier.
Oh, Maivia's prepared all right. The man is extremely tough and agile. In fact, the High Chief's entire body can be considered a weapon. Clothesline. Close to the Anawati family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan. When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land. Measuring it up one more time. Talk about dismantling your opponent. Hits it again, and that's gotta do it. How the hell do you kick out of that? I have no words. Not even a 2 count?
Listen, that should have ended.
He's going back to the well. Boom! Wow, backbreaker. Does Peter Maivia have this sewn up? Kick out. Oh, my God. I'm absolutely stunned. A display of near superhuman resilience. After seeing that,
Here's the cover. Does he have him? He gets the kick out after the one.
refusing to give up even an inch of ground as this match continues.
The wall, the cage now.
Opportunity is just a few feet away now.
And he's on to the top as this crowd holds their breath. And he's straddling the top of the cage, just feet away from making it to the outside.
And now he needs to hurry, needs to escape.
And the High Chief defeats the animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the High Chief is one tough Samoan.
She's not like most girls. She's also not like most WWE superstars. Nia Jax, the reigning queen of the ring, is a reckoning, a force of nature that blitzes right through her competition. A cousin of The Rock, Nia Jax arrived in NXT almost 10 years ago with astronomical expectations. Undaunted, Nia Jax would dominate early opponents, finding herself competing for the NXT Women's Championship mere months after her debut. It did not take long for those running Raw and SmackDown to take notice.
Well, our next pick, Nia Jax.
And Nia Jax would join the Raw roster as part of the 2016 draft lottery. And since joining the main roster, absolutely no one has been safe from Nia Jax. She is a two-time women's champion. She is a two-time women's tag team champion. She competed in the men's Royal Rumble match in 2019, even getting an elimination while in the ring.
Nia Jax looking to eliminate. She does.
She's battled standouts like Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. And all the while, she has left undeniable destruction in her wake. In the ring, she applies many of the same tactics that once benefited Yokozuna, even using her own version of the Bonsai Drop, known as the Annihilator. And just like its namesake, if it connects, your night is over. And Nia Jax remains driven for even more success, jumping at any opportunity to prove her dominance. This last year, that included entering into the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament after earning victories over Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. Nia Jax would fight her way into the finals, taking on former NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria. Valkyria built a lot of momentum, defeating Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky to punch her ticket into the final at the Queen and King of the Ring. With an obvious game plan, Lyra would look to stick and move, avoiding the colossal attacks of her opponent. Unfortunately, as often happens when competing against Nia Jax, Lyra made one miscalculation, and that error in judgment provided Nia Jax with the opening she needed to annihilate her competition. This is your opportunity to crown the first queen in Bloodline history. Make Lyra suffer. Make her regret ever entering your ring. Showcase the otherworldly power that forces an entire roster to cower in your presence. Because when you're an irresistible force like Nia Jax, resistance is futile.
And now a dark horse will face an unforgiving titan in hopes to don the crown. Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax in the Queen of the Ring finals.
The following is the final match in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Introducing first, from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
I cannot wait to witness what unfolds here. The irresistible force has been on a tear recently.
And Nia believes the crowd already belongs to her. Will Jax's menacing presence and sheer power be too much for Valkyria to overcome? Or can Lyra write a happy ever after ending to her Cinderella story?
Valkyria fancies herself a Morgan, which is an Irish goddess of war. As they were on the battlefield, they used to take the shape of ravens to fly around to decide who would live and who would die. That is what Lyra Valkyria is bringing to the ring here tonight.
And her opponent, from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyria.
Lyra Valkyria may have read a little too much fantasy in her day, and now is reality. Lyra Valkyria is about to go toe-to-toe with a real-life, fire-breathing dragon in the form of Nia Jax. Nia Jax, who's in the best physical condition of her career, tonight will make someone. Will it be Lyra? Will it be Nia? We'll find out in a matter of moments.
And guys, you win the crown. Guess what waits for you in August?
A date with the champion of your respective brand at SummerSlam.
And it's all come down to this. The And Nia now misses wildly. Lyra goes up over the top. Nia's got it caught, though.
Lyra trying to rely on her technique to bring down the irresistible force, but having no luck at the moment.
I'm not sure this is going to work either.
Jax just entirely too strong, but whoa!
That was interesting.
Oh, nice athleticism by Valkyria. Even Jax might be a little impressed.
I wouldn't go that far, Saxton. Here comes Nia, just imposing her will on Lyra Valkyria.
Again, Lyra showing how resourceful she is, applying the sleeper to Nia Jax. Lyra tried to hold on.
And now Nia Jax in control, and she's going to look to put Lyra away. Nobody home! Set outside the ring, and Valkyria's got a chance.
Huge window of opportunity. Right now for Lyra Valkyria to strike. Lyra may actually pull this off. Lyra may become queen. Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia really.
Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring.
Lyra says she feels alive every time she flies, and that's what Nia has to avoid tonight, keeping Lyra grounded.
The woman thinks she's a bird, Cole. What do you expect?
It's symbolism, Graves. Nia Jax, Lyra Valkyria facing off in the finals of the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament. Who will take home the crown?
She goes under the ropes back. Back inside.
Zelina Vega.
But you gotta believe that Zelina will want a shot at whichever woman wins this. She beat the woman now known as Piper Niven that night, so you know Queen Zelina can strike down an enemy of any size. Just having their face stomped. Look, the most intelligent competitor in a battle knows that there are many roads to victory, including the low road. Being set up in the corner for something.
Oh, and a headbutt. And Lyra only finds herself on the defensive.
And the irresistible force is really keeping Valkyria grounded here.
Well, if you're Lyra Valkyria, what do you do to pull off a massive upset tonight?
Well, Lyra's a technical wizard, Cole. In fact, from a technique perspective, she may actually have Nia Jax outgunned. And beyond relying on her technique, if I'm Lyra, I'm going to try to frustrate Nia. I don't know how possible that is, but if you frustrate Nia, she may make a crucial mistake.
There's so many moves at Nia's disposal that she can end this match with. For Lyra, not nearly as much.
Yeah, I can't imagine it'll be easy for Valkyria to pick up Nia Jax and drop her with the Nightwing.
Please, let's call the move by its real name. It's a Samoan driver. You think Nia Jax doesn't have the Samoan driver scouted? Nia Jax is doing whatever she wants. Each Samoan drop driving all of the air out of Lyra Valkyria. Valkyria crushed in the corner by Jax.
Squashing Lyra in the corner, and the beginning of the end may be near. And Nia now, with Lyra on her back, going to climb up to the second rope.
This is a scary situation for Lyra. Oh, look at this. Maybe not.
No way. There's no way.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. Good night. Annihilator.
Here is your winner and the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax.
What a victory to the brand new Queen of the Ring.
Nia said she would do it, and she backed up her claims.
And now the Chief Content Officer of WWE, Triple H, going to come in to congratulate Nia Jax, officially crown her the Queen of the Ring.
Absolute dominance by the new Queen.
everything that's in the wind. I for Omega the end. Let it begin. Give you a scope through my lens. I do not follow.
I'm sure you will agree with your wise man. Many WWE superstars say they will do whatever it takes in order to achieve success. Quite often, it's a bunch of BS. But if you're lucky, you may run into someone who is willing to look out for the group. Someone willing to make sacrifices. And for this family, there was no one better than Rikishi. After the Head Shrinkers run in WWE came to an end, Rikishi, then known as Fatu, would go on a journey of self-discovery. This journey would lead to him taking on the name Rikishi, a subtle nod to his cousin Yokozuna, as well as an opportunity to start fresh with a global audience.
Well, my dad, when he became the Rikishi character, when you think about Samoan wrestlers, right, or mean, or aggressive, he made it like his own flavor, right? He had the blonde hair, still carried the aggressiveness, but I think he just wanted to add like a little flavor to it. But it became even more popular to our culture.
Rikishi blitzed WWE from the jump, devastating opponents with new tricks and winning people over with his fat-ass dance moves.
That Rikishi is fat, all right. P-H-A-T.
And with this wave of newfound momentum came even more success, with Rikishi capturing the WWE Intercontinental Championship and displaying incredible athleticism in iconic moments like when he dove off the top of the steel cage. The year 2000 belonged to Rikishi. But little did anyone know, Rikishi held a dark secret regarding a decision he'd made not for his own benefit, but for the benefit of the family. It was at the 1999 Survivor Series that Stone Cold Steve Austin was hit by a car in the arena parking lot, forcing him from the main event later that night for the WWE Championship. For nearly a year, all of WWE was consumed with figuring out who was driving that damn car and why Austin was targeted in the first place. The verdict came in. The car was driven by Rikishi. Rikishi would stand strong.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I didn't do it for me. I did it for The Rock.
What?
Rikishi would lay out a years-long gripe that WWE preferred Steve Austin to The Rock, and so Rikishi had made sure that The Rock's only competition had been removed from the picture. Rikishi sacrificed his own popularity to reach this goal. The Rock thrived while Austin was on the shelf. For Rikishi, the struggle and fall was all worth it. Rikishi knew that he would eventually have to face off with the Texas Rattlesnake to answer for his sins. And he welcomed that meeting with open arms. What Rikishi was unprepared for was for WWE to stack the deck entirely, looking to make Rikishi pay for taking out their golden goose. Stone Cold Steve Austin was allowed to drive his truck directly to the ring and was generally given the freedom to do whatever the hell he wanted in the name of revenge. We are going to make things right. This time, when Rikishi and Stone Cold Steve Austin lock horns, there will be no stacking of the deck. Someone willing to give of himself so that his family, this family, can succeed, deserves better. So get in there and showcase the never say die spirit that has led this family to victory time and time and time and time and time and time again. Use whatever weapon you can get your hands on and prove to Stone Cold Steve Austin that you will do anything for the people.
Is it legal to not show up? Rikishi has brutalized Austin lately.
Austin will be here, Byron. I just refuse to think anything else.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a no-holds-barred match. Introducing first, from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 424 pounds, Rikishi!
We have learned more about Rikishi in the last couple of weeks than we knew about him his entire career here in WWE. He said he ran over Austin not for himself, but for the Rock.
Right, and now he's coming out here, and I guess if Austin doesn't show up, the general manager is going to have to come out here and declare this is a forfeit, and Rikishi's going to win it. This man makes me sick. Is he here?
Well, there's the rattlesnakes music.
He's here. Austin's here. Stone Cold Steve Austin came here with no fear, no hesitation, just revenge.
His opponent, from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve
Austin fought for his life to make it back here, to make Rikishi pay.
Now there is no way Rikishi can escape the Texas rattlesnake.
It's been almost a year since Austin competed in the ring. Austin is a man possessed. Rikishi feels good about running over Austin and said he'd do it again. That man is sick.
Oh, Rikishi made two mistakes. One, trying to end Austin's life. And two, not being man enough to finish the job. Austin's going to absolutely tee off on Rikishi.
This one is going to get ugly in a hurry. It's a miracle Austin survived being run over by Rikishi. Now a pissed off Texas rattlesnake is on the loose and out for revenge.
It took Austin almost a year to recover from the injuries he suffered in that heinous attack. You can't blame Austin for the damage he inflicts on Rikishi tonight.
Byron, a lesser man wouldn't have survived. Stone Cold promised that Rikishi's days of walking above ground are over. This is no holds barred. He lets go of the hold, but I don't see any reason for it.
No telling what's going on in his mind right now, Michael.
And there's Austin sent flying. Heads outside the ring.
And no collapse moves into the stop.
Wants nothing to do with this altercation. We have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi and his family.
Well, Corey, what kind of lies are you trying to spread? We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is going to bring him. There's no family pride in that statement.
I'm just saying that blood is thicker than water, and it's been an easier ride for Rock without Austin in the picture. And that's thanks to Rikishi.
Sounds more like Rikishi is trying to take credit for all the Rock's success.
Stone Cold let it. And that'll put an abrupt end to his little one-man show.
We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishi's are delusional. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of that.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda Rikishi's been selling. I'll tell you about the most legitimate motive in this story, and that is payback for Stone Cold. Austin nearly had his life taken from him, and there was no greater reason to start the tolerance of somebody than that. Just muscling up their opponent into the gut-wrench suplex.
You have to be in peak physical condition to pull off a move with that much weight behind it.
We talk a lot about Austin being prepared for a fight. Talk about about the Rattlesnake preparing to make Rikishi a dead man. Well, right now it's Rikishi doing the brawling. Rikishi's disdain for Austin looks greater than even we anticipated.
Good for the fans and a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals will...
Austin and Rikishi trading heavy artillery on the outside, and here comes the Rattlesnake.
Stone Cold Steve Austin fired up and revenge on his mind.
You got to think about how bad Austin has wanted this ever since Survivor Series last year. Been dying to get his hands on Rikishi.
All of that venom, all the vitriol inside of Austin being unleashed on Rikishi right now.
Remember, this is no holds barred. Anything goes.
Austin has Rikishi down. The Rattlesnake is red hot. And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone Cold. All that he wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth. And he gets set back to...
Oh, yeah, Rikishi is feeling...
And Rikishi slows Austin down with a thunderous right.
Austin's in trouble. And now steel chair. Oh, and Austin, he just averted disaster there.
And now Austin gonna deliver the punishment with the steel chair.
A relentless Texas Rattlesnake beating the brakes off of Rikishi with a steel chair.
And again, thunderous blows by Austin. Down goes Rikishi. Austin beating the hell out of him.
I know Austin has good reason to be doing all this, but he could be taking it too far at this point.
I don't think the Rattlesnake is taking it far enough, Corey. Austin wants to put Rikishi's life in danger, just like Rikishi. Taking things back into the ring. Absolutely no telling what's underneath the ring tonight. And his corner might be a bigger target now.
Scored down. Here it comes. Rikishi. Rikishi may have put the exclamation on this one.
Two. Amazing. Unbelievable tenacity on display from Stone Cold. Austin simply refuses to quit.
All of that work, all these big moves, and still didn't earn the fall.
Rikishi looking to finish the job from 10 months ago.
Is it enough? Is this the end? Two! Rikishi somehow defends the Rattlesnake. Damn it! This is not what many of us expected to see. We wanted to see retribution, but Rikishi was too much of an option for Stone Cold tonight.
The vitriol that consumed Rikishi powered him to finish the job and leave a battered Austin in his rear-view mirror.
His arrival signaled impending doom. His very presence was enough to intimidate even the bravest WWE competitor. His name itself simply meant the end. And if you found yourself standing across the ring from Umaga, you were most certainly coming to the end of your own road. The younger brother of Rikishi, Umaga, was every bit the Samoan bulldozer that his nickname would suggest, mauling opponents with ease, relishing the chaos that he created. A menace to the entire roster, an unrepentant badass, Umaga tortured his prey with high-impact collisions before ultimately sealing their fate with his vaunted Samoan spike, a vicious move used today by Solo Sikoa.
Inside the ring, man, he was just a complete monster. Anybody that stood in front of him, he was gonna wreck him no matter what he had to do. He was just a crazy, wild Samoan. Outside of the ring, man, just a loving guy to be around. A fun uncle, always joking, always barbecuing at his house. I always looked up to him. He was just so cool.
Perhaps an unheralded aspect of Umaga's game was his mastery of mental warfare. Umaga loved to present a wild, out-of-control savage, one who needed manager Armando Alejandro Estrada to handle all the details while he destroyed opponents. Umaga was the perfect definition of the word aura. A two-time intercontinental heavyweight champion, Umaga established himself as one of the purest forms of dominance to ever set foot in a WWE ring. His intense clashes with Batista, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and Triple H, along with WWE Championship battles against John Cena, still live on in the memories of those who were fortunate enough to watch Umaga perform. And Umaga will live in immortality through every member of this family, whether it's with a huge Samoan drop, a running bulldozer into the corner, a Samoan spike, or even a war cry in the middle of battle. Umaga is forever.
I wish he was here. I know he's watching from above.
So you, our beloved Us in training, are asked one simple thing here in the WWE 2K25 showcase: to defeat John Cena. You've done that in this mode before, right? Simple. It was at New Year's Revolution in 2007 that Umaga and John Cena first collided for the WWE title. Umaga appeared to be too much for Cena in the minds of many pundits. Undefeated in WWE some 9 months after his debut, and things were going very well for Umaga. Until they weren't. Umaga would see his undefeated streak end by, of all things, a damn roll-up after rushing directly into the outstretched shoes of John Cena. 1 second of luck allowed John Cena to escape the inevitable, and now it's on you to fix it. Head into that ring, showcase Umaga's cruel brutality, and get Umaga the WWE Heavyweight Championship victory that he should have gotten in the first place. I assure you, my dear friend, Armando Alejandro Estrada will make sure nothing else goes wrong if you take care of business inside the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He can be the next WWE champion, the near 400-pound Umaga. A man that since debuting right after WrestleMania 9 months ago has remained undefeated. And Umaga has been in the ring, Byron, with the best of WWE.
This man looks, moves, and sounds like a movie monster. Except Umaga is for real.
He is a Samoan bulldozer, an 18-wheel version with a mean streak. Big, athletic, strong, and probably going to outweigh John Cena by well over 100 pounds.
Since 1963, the WWE title has only changed hands twice here in Kansas City. That's twice in the last 47 years.
But Umaga is a scary human being. He can easily change that trend right here tonight.
Phenomenal ovation in this arena because the champion is here. John Cena has a gigantic challenger waiting in the ring, but Cena doesn't have a reverse gear. Absolutely not. The champ only goes one way, and that's straight action. John Cena, a three-time WWE champion, the handler of Umaga, Armando Estrada, trying to control this undefeated challenger. Once the bell rings, these two are going to go at each other full force.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWE Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 353 pounds, Umaga. And from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 248 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, John Cena!
The past doesn't matter. Here's where it counts. Here is where it's settled. The prize is on the line.
Here we go with the WWE Championship on the line. John Cena versus the Samoan Bulldozer Umaga. Big fight feel here in this building.
The undefeated Umaga has set his sights on Cena, and there's nothing left standing in his way. Umaga doesn't just want to beat John Cena. He wants to obliterate him like he has all his other opponents.
But this is John Cena we're talking about. If anyone can stand up to Umaga's brutality and power, it's him. Cena's going to fight to defend his title with everything he's got.
And don't expect much of a wrestling match in this one. Expect more of a brawl. This is not going to look pretty. It's going to get ugly. This is two trains on a track to a head-on collision.
Toe-to-toe, it's going to be bad, it's going to be bloody, and it will come down to who wants it more. Cena tonight attempting to do something no one else has been able to do, be it HBK, Triple H, Kane, the list goes on and on. No one has been able to beat Umaga.
Since debuting in last year's WrestleMania, he's never been pinned, never been submitted. Umaga is a man who's decimated every single thing in his path. It's not hyperbole to call him a dangerous and deadly savage. And you just see Cena's legs bent awkwardly off the steel steps. Umaga really pinpointed a target with that.
don't know if it was strategic on the part of Umaga or just a result of his rampage, but either way, taking out Cena's foundation is going to sway the power advantage into Umaga's favor now.
And slides back into the ring. He's really pushing the limit here, getting close to a countout.
A rare position for Cena in this fight. We can't often say that John's overpowered in a matchup, but this 360-plus pound Samoan bulldozer is more than a formidable opponent.
Listen, sometimes when there's a fight, you're not always going to be the biggest. You're not always going to be the strongest. And even if that is the case for Cena tonight, John Cena has never met a fight he didn't like.
Cena will try to gain strength from this capacity crowd in Kansas City, but not even that may be enough to stop a rampaging Umaga. An uninterrupted surge against Cena here.
Cena has no response for Umaga's savage and brutal offense.
Got drilled with a devastating knee strike.
Good Lord!
Pop-up Samoan drop.
Brutal attack from Umaga. He smells Cena's blood in the water. Umaga with a crazed look in his eyes, staring down. This'll do it. Umaga.
Samoan spike.
We might see a new champion crown.
And I could look at Umaga and he reminds me of Yokozuna, whose unmatched thickness and size is an orthodox offense.
Look at Umaga's thighs, his calves. They give him a great power and a great base. It makes him almost impossible to knock off his feet.
He's thick, he's strong, he's nasty, and he won't be slowed down.
And gets sent right into the corner. And Cena flattened in the corner.
Umaga's just overpowering him. Look at the strength. Into the corner, just setting Cena up.
You have to start to ask yourself, is the end of John Cena near?
I think so. Look out!
A headbutt. No one has been able to stop Umaga. No one.
You are seeing why Umaga is undefeated. Why no one has been able to stop the Samoan bulldozer.
Here comes Umaga, and Cena catches him with a boot. John Cena from behind, rolls him up, shoulders down, and a kick out by Umaga.
And Cena immediately back into the clutches of Umaga.
I'm not sure what else Cena can do here. I'm not sure John Cena knows how to stop Umaga.
And Corey, you know there's no force equal to being on the receiving end of a headbutt from Umaga.
It's in Umaga's DNA. Generations have perfected the art of using their own skull as a weapon that could stop an elephant.
Oh my, how about decapitate it?
Sometimes I look at Umaga and it just scares me. I think he forgets that he's even in a championship match. Estrada is very aware of it, but Umaga sometimes looks... oblivious to what's going on, other than the fact that he knows he's supposed to hurt his opponent.
Having no conscience is what has set Umaga apart. And he gets confused. Then the bloodthirst takes over. That's where Estrada becomes useful by directing Umaga back to the ultimate goal.
I think Umaga just doesn't know when to stop attacking. He has no sense of what it means to pull back on the reins, so to speak.
Here it comes!
Samoan spike! The challenger might have what it takes to win it.
This is complete insanity. Still holding on to the title by the skin of their teeth.
And now the Samoan bulldozer going to have to dig a little deeper to close this one out. That unraveled on Umaga.
Crucial turnaround there because Cena was falling behind.
He's able to stop that onrush. Now looking to capitalize. From the top.
Diving headbutt.
Pin. Title on the line.
Champ's in trouble.
Thought that was 3.
He's going up.
Could spell trouble. Here it comes.
Samoan spike. That might have just sealed the deal on us having a new champ.
New champion. And
can withstand Umaga. The Samoan bulldozer has wrecked his way straight to the WWE Championship. Cena's title reign is over.
An incredibly impressive showing from Umaga tonight, absolutely leveling John Cena in a savage display of dominance.
Will Cena come looking for a rematch? Only time will tell. But for now, this is Umaga's moment. He is your WWE Champion.
Hey, in WWE, things move really fast. If you aren't present in the moment, it can feel like a year goes by in only 2 or 3 minutes. That's why you always have to make time to make sure that you check. Hold on. Did I just hear myself say 3 minutes? Stop. Can you believe I'm actually doing Eric Bischoff's shtick? In the early 2000s, few words sent a shudder through the roster like the words 3 minutes, summoning the fearsome duo of Rosie and Jamal, collectively known as the 3-Minute Warning. Initially hired by the aforementioned Raw general manager Eric Bischoff to interrupt anything he didn't find to be entertaining.
You're just not entertaining me. 3 minutes are just about up.
The two instantly made their mark in WWE with their complete and total decimation of anyone that was targeted. Their formula was really simple. 2 bruisers with surprising quickness who took pleasure in throwing opponents all around the ring with reckless abandon. And the trail of bodies left in their wake remains a testament to their devastation. Rosie, older brother of your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and Jamal, who would in time develop his skills further and take the name of Umaga, were about instant gratification. They treated matches like a race, seeing how much damage they could fit into the shortest time possible.
The 3-minute warning with my brother and my cousin, it was just one of the coolest gimmicks of all time to me. It was catchy, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of knew what was happening. And I feel like we all remember when the 3-minute warning hit for the first time. You know, the whole Den TV area just lit up.
Every match was a train wreck, as the two would use their size to overwhelm most opponents, coupling that with incredible tag team maneuvers to increase the carnage to its maximum levels. That approach, maximizing damage while minimizing time, was a 3-minute warning signature. The team itself saw its run in WWE last for a little over a year, but in that time managed to make such an impression with the WWE Universe that it still resonates today. They are proof of the impact anyone can make if they capitalize on their opportunities, as 3-minute warning did every single time.
It was a short-lived gimmick, but it was a really cool gimmick, and I just think it shows the versatility of, hey, if you need us to go out there and tell you a Broadway story, I'll cover 2 hours if you like. But if you need us to come out in 3 minutes to make an impact, we can do that too. But you gotta be really good to be thrown in there with the very, very best in the industry. I'm getting all pumped and proud, you know, for my brother and my cousin right now, just thinking about it.
Here in the WWE 2K25 showcase, we have selected another team that embodies the same mindset in Akam and Razor the AOP. Similar to Jamal and Rosie, these two look to inflict the most pain in the most efficient manner. Like 3-minute warning, AOP happily dispatches when summoned. Like 3-minute warning, AOP features 2 Goliaths who will hurl your body from pillar to post before finally bringing it all to a most painful conclusion. It's up to you in this Extreme Rules contest to beat the AOP to the punch and showcase the Wrecking Crew approach that made 3-Minute Warning the premier bruiser squad in all of WWE. And don't worry, we will give you more than 3 minutes to make that fact perfectly clear. As a matter of fact, take your time and enjoy dishing out the punishment.
AOP is here, ready to wreak havoc. And they want to prove 3-Minute Warning has nothing on them.
Two roughneck teams ready to use this Extreme Rules stipulation to the fullest.
The following contest is a tag team Extreme Rules match and accompanied by Paul Ellering and a combined weight of 620 pounds. Akon and Razor, the authors of pain.
AOP look unintimidated by the task at hand. They are totally prepared for the merciless tandem of 3-Minute Warning.
You know, there's actually a lot in common between these two teams in terms of tactics and physicality.
And guys, the authors of pain now have 3 minutes.
And a combined weight of 770 pounds. Rosie and Jamal. 3-Minute Warning.
Authors of Pain versus 3-Minute Warning is a recipe for brutality and ruthless carnage.
And that's an irregular match, Cole. This is Extreme Rules.
These two hit squads are going to tear each other apart.
3-Minute Warning made a career out of demolishing anyone who got in their way. Why would AOP be any different?
Because that's exactly what AOP does too. They play the same game as 3-Minute Warning.
We got 3-Minute Warning and the authors of pain clashing tonight. In what should be a harrowing Extreme Rules match. Considering the teams involved here, it comes as no surprise that we have medical teams standing by backstage.
Yeah, these are two of the most merciless and physical teams we've ever seen. Lasting bodily harm isn't just highly probable in this match, it's essentially guaranteed.
Well, I, for one, can't wait to see what these teams do with the rules thrown out the window. They're free to be as creative as they want in their pursuit of absolutely...
Many would call the AOP and 3-Minute Warning equally brutal. How can one of these teams get the edge in this head-to-head contest?
It's true, they're well met.
Nice takedown. Stack them up. And what's this?
Why did you do that? What's going on?
And Razor's confidence has to be rocked up for that.
Yeah, Rosie came prepared for this matchup.
And the manager is searching under the ring.
And the time.
Textbook scoop slam. They're hoping something nefarious is beneath the ring.
A table! And guys, I don't think there will be any place settings.
And it goes back to the
nicely done.
Clean hit from the table. Uh-oh, he's searching for something.
And it must be garbage day because out comes the king.
Clearing up our eyes now. Things are about to turn disastrous.
There he is. He's going to be hurt.
Kick out just in time.
That was a long 2 count there.
Oh, man, he is more than fired up right now.
Catches that.
Submission here, face. Oh, catches a kick to the face. 3-minute warning. Trying to free himself, trips the ankle, and he's out. And kicks off his opponent. Oh, well-placed kick. Ooh. Flips away just in time.
Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined pounds colliding.
These men are so big and so nothing fancy here. Tasting victory.
Well, this is the pin. Shoulders down. He could have had this wrapped up. Not sure why he let up. Looking to exploit on the apron.
Inverted backbreaker. Ow. Oh, German.
He quickly slides into the ring. And heading up top.
Take off.
Sliding back to
Look out. That's it. What a splash. Look at it. AOP.
Why on earth would he give up the pin?
He's got bad intentions. We knew this would be a grueling and punishing match, but AOP and 3-minute warning are exceeding all expectations.
Turns it around. Ref took the brunt of that one.
Dominating shoulder tackle. Ooh, jumping headbutt. Ooh, clubbing strike to the back. Waistlock applied, but their opponent from the opposition.
Oh, he's got him here. He's got him up.
And he's covering him. He's got him.
He's able to beat a 2 count.
Shows that this is still anybody's match at this point.
Oh, there's a headbutt.
Ooh, stinging kick.
They are fading off the WWE fans. Now pinning the arm down, and Razor going to the pin. This could be over. Shoulder shoots up before 2.
Still gonna take a massive effort to keep him down. This has to be it.
Breaks the count.
So close. That could have been it. This is a whole new level of chaos and brutality. 3-minute warning, and AOP just keep upping the ante on each other. Oh, man. Result took his head off.
Returning to the ring now.
He's got the chair set up.
There we go.
Jamal might have this wrapped up.
Ramsey and Jamal survive Extreme Rules.
Spine buster. Gotta give it up to 3-minute warning. In a contest between two of the most badass squads we've ever seen, they were the tougher competitors. Yeah, but AOP certainly made 3-minute warning earn this win. Just think about all the carnage we witnessed here tonight.